press the record button. I'm not even sure if this is gonna land on YouTube. Anyways, we're gonna rank, or at least attempt to rank, all the cars from the Pepega mod, most wanted Pepega mod, into this beautiful small little tier list. I wanted to come up with funnier words for D tier and S tier, but I couldn't come up with anything, so that's just how it is. So this isn't every single car from the entire game. This is really just only the new cars that have been added. Minus some cars, I mean, there's some cars that we basically replaced with better versions. I didn't actually include these for, I think, at least one or two exceptions, because I think they deserve to be included. But yeah, that's all the new cars. And that's what we're gonna be ranking. Also added the special variants from Challenge Series, etc. And we're gonna start off with the Yugo. Now, if I don't put this into S tier, I will get a hate rate sent to me. I'm just gonna put it into A. Okay, anyone, can we just like agree on A tier? I'm not even sure how serious I want to take this tier list, man. Should I actually rank these based on how good the car is? Or should I just do whatever? I'm just gonna go with my gut feeling, like whatever feels right. So, the Maluk. I'm gonna be honest. I would rather drive a Yugo. I would rather drive a Yugo than a Maluk. Both are probably gonna like break. Actually, you know what? I think the Yugo would at least be somewhat reliable. I think the Maluk is gonna break down the moment I hit the gas pedal. So I think I would rather sit in a Yugo. Alright, so MR2. I'm gonna be honest. This car kinda grew on me over the course of the Pepega mod. Actually pretty decent car. I'll put it into A tier as well. Haven't really seen this car before we put it into the Pepega mod. It's actually quite nice. The Golf version 2. Honestly, really nice car, man. I'm feeling S tier on this one, dude. I think it's out of the, like, if you just want a sweet, like a really good car, like just a sweet car early on in the game, dude, I think the Golf is, as you said, it's also really fast. Just really cool. You can do some extra tuning with this as well. Oh man, I mean, come on, dude. I mean, I don't think I would be wrong if I said that most people that started the game chose the Multipla as their starter car. Sure, there have been some choices for the Yugo, some for the Maluk. The people that want to actually start off with like a serious car, you know, they have the MR2. But dude, I think genuinely, like most people that played this mod actually started out with the Multipla. Has some of the best body kits in the game. Actually, it has only... Actually, I think it has more than one body kit. But it has the best body kit in the game. And, you know, if you add, like, some of the Pepega spoilers to this thing, you get probably the best looking car in the game. S tier. Easy S tier. You are very forgettable. I'm not even sure why you are in the mod. I don't think anyone drives you... I don't think anyone actually drives you on purpose. Welcome to D tier. Sorry, Ace. I know it was hard to make this car work. For the Karens. So, Passat, quite a long boy. What do I think about the Passat? Nothing. What I think about the Passat. Actually quite nice if you're tired of driving Golfs. Which I think all of us are. Yeah, enjoy your C tier. Okay, fun fact, this was actually the first car we added to the Most Wanted Pepega mod. That was actually the very first one. The Corsa VXR. Passat is a diesel. Yeah, that's the problem, man. It's a diesel. Corsa, you get an A tier because you're not the Corsa C, the more dank one. So So you wear this old Bugatti thing that I'm not even sure why is in the game, but I like that it is. C tier 4 can't think of an opinion. The Lada. All right, the Lada I think actually has like a pretty good engine sound. Genuinely. You will still receive a B tier because I think there would have been more potential for other Ladas, right? I think like it's definitely a sweet Lada to have, the Samara. It's definitely a quick boy, but there's also lots of other cool Ladas. I have to turn these off. 240SX, a car that honestly I'm surprised could have been in the regular game. Dude, am I the only one that is like super bored of this car? I mean, it's a nice car, but it's just like it's in every game. I use it every time. I'm kind of bored. Okay. Smart. Dank. Is the word that comes to my mind. Dank. Actually, I haven't even switched to the tier list music. Although I quite like this stuff here. I will probably mute the VOD if I keep this running. But I mean, who cares? I don't think I'm gonna upload this to YouTube actually. Anyways, hold on. Give me a moment. There you go. D for smart, D for dank. I'll give it a B for B. Because, yeah, as a B. Very variant. Which I maybe should have included it separately, but smart is... I think most people that just want to drive the weird cars in the Pepega mod are gonna have fun with this, but not as much fun as, like, let's say the Multipla here. Infinity. G35. I don't know. Easier. I don't know. It's not on the bottom barrel as like this thing, the MPV, but I don't know, man. Treno. Tofu car. I'll give you an A tier. Actually, I'll give you S tier because you're iconic. I'll give you S tier because you're iconic. And Chains, thanks for a follow. Cybertruck. Dude, is the Pepega Mod the only game where the Cybertruck appears? As for overhyped and overpriced. I don't think the Cybertruck has appeared anywhere else. Hey, and Coiler, thanks for the follow. You're getting 80, I think. Yeah, the Cybertruck also has like a pretty funny body kit, has like a funny livery. It's funny car. It's funny car. The other MR2, I actually don't think is as interesting or exciting as the older one. Still not a bad car, but you know, B tier. What is it? S13? S13 Serbia? Feeling like a medium to low C tier. I don't think this car is very exciting. Cool. At least it's cool as a drift car. Yaris. You would get an S tier if you were the exact same model as from Gran Turismo 3. Sadly, you are a bit of the newer one, but you'll still get A tier for meme worth or something. I don't know. All right, let's just get this over with, and I'm not gonna talk about this at all with any of you guys. Alpine. What do I think about the Alpine, man? It's very small. It's James May's car. I think it's a bit more interesting than the cars in C, so I'll put it into B. Miata. It's a cute little thing. It's quite OP, quite fast, very fun. A, simple A. The regular M3. Honestly, if you just want to build a serious car, the Pepega Mod is probably one of the coolest cars. Not gonna lie. Some tennis fanatic. I quite like it. I think it has some decent tuning options. If you want to just have like more serious cars, I think you can have a lot of fun with this. Same with the Evo X. I don't know why, I just kind of like it in this game. It's looking pretty sweet. Also can turn it into Rio's Evo X, so that's cool. Reliant. You get an A tier because you're funny, but you don't get an S tier because you can't roll over. If this thing could roll over properly, it would definitely get S, but that's not possible with the physics. Sadly, but still well-deserved A tier. Also, because it has a damage model. Or like a decent damage model at least. So, you get a step above the 240SX, but you're still stuck in B. It could fall over in ProStreet, but we don't know yet. RSX, you have a pretty insane engine sound. You can be turned into the custom coupe from Burnout. Pretty cool. I like it. A tier. GTO. This thing is massive. This thing is super long. Not sure what to think about it. I think C? I'm feeling a warm B. I think this car is more interesting than your regular C tier car. Especially because, you know, the game doesn't have as many muscle cars, and we basically added a shit ton of muscle cars. So yeah, I think B is fine. So can I be honest? I didn't know this skyline existed until we made the mod. I didn't actually know this car existed before we made the Pepega mod. I've never seen this car in my entire life before. Interesting looking one. I think the back is pretty ugly from the front, and generally side profile pretty decent. B for pretty interesting. Main car shiny odd, which I think is also, yeah, it's down here, but we'll get there. S3. So there's already an A3 in the base game. However, this is a bit of a newer generation, and it's an S, the S version. It's basically the A3, which I would usually probably put in C tier, but it's a bit cooler, so I put it into B tier. I mean, like, dude, come on, man. The fact that this is even possible, man, puts it into easy S. I'll admit, the joke is not that funny. Like, the joke itself isn't really that funny. It's more that this is a thing that is funny, you know? I think the Australia jokes have become pretty unfunny, but the fact that you just can drive a car that's literally upside down, where the wheels are touching the ground, but the car still works perfectly fine, is absolutely hilarious. And I've seen, like, everyone I've watched play the Pepega mod, the first time they see this car, they throw a laughing fit. Absolutely S tier. You are the fuck 500, and you are easily the worst car in the game, although you were absolutely that was his purpose, but I mean has to be D tier, man. But if there's like one silver lining, this car was the key to all the drift cars in the game. If it wasn't for the fuck 500, we would have never even made the drift cars. Because the handling was so fucked that we noticed, hey, you can kind of drift with it. So Cypher was like, hey, you know, let's modify this a little bit to make this actually work, and it did work. So yeah, still D though. Camaro ZL1. It's the only modern muscle car that we've added. So I definitely get some unique points for that. EBGB, thanks for the follow. And I quite like it. I'm not sure how much you can do with this car, to be honest, in terms of customization, but it's just a nice, interesting car to drive, especially in Most Wanted. Same goes for the Charger, also pretty fun. The Rimac. So I've heard when you max this car out, this thing becomes close to undrivable, which is perfect. Rimac D, Rimac S, many guys all over the place. I'm honestly tempted to just also put it into... I mean, it's a fun car. It's fun. It's fun just driving electric cars, to be honest. The crash test livery, yeah. And also main car Rimac, so... main car Rimac? What am I talking about? Main car, Hammock. So, I think this thing was called the 300 SL. Right? 300 SL. Interesting thing, I don't necessarily like SLR. Okay, I'm sorry. Not necessarily a big fan of old Mercedes, but I appreciate its spot in the blacklist, but I'm gonna have to put you right next to the Bugatti. Sorry, boomers. Alright, I think this is actually a super nice addition. Again, like probably one of the nicest cars you can have if you just want to build serious cars. It's definitely nice. Nice to have. I see it kind of in the same light as I see the Corvette. It's just nice having these like modern supercars in the game. Trackmania car. What do I think about you? It's massive, isn't it? It made me realize how big these things actually are. Open wheeler? Actually, yeah, 100% the only open wheeler. Unless you count the tank as an open wheeler. 420 in the back, so definitely getting plus points for memes. Yeah, interesting. It's just interesting to have. Quite unlike the rest, so I'll put it into A as well. Scooter's open wheel, that is true. Okay, so this is like, I put two cars into the tier list that were actually from the base game. Because I think they deserve to actually have the, you know, the spot here, because they are essentially completely new. First of all, let's go with the Mustang. And that one deserves S because it has an insane amount of tuning options. And then the Corvette deserves probably something like an S plus tier because it has even more tuning options. Like, these things are insane. I think, I'm not sure how large the file for the Corvette alone is, but I think it was definitely over 100. The amount of stuff you can do with these cars and what you can turn these cars into is pretty insane. Like, this car is essentially 10 cars in one, just based from the tuning options alone. You can rip the roof off of these things, put roll cages in, do all kinds of shit. You know, like, these cars are definitely S tier, man. Much underrated. I think many people didn't even try these cars out because they were still from the base game. And I mean, there's so much meme stuff here. 105 megabytes, Jesus fucking Christ, for one car. Oh man, okay. So, I'll be honest. You could probably fool me that this car was part of the main game. The SL65. I think there was a car that was similar. At least in a different game. But I think you'll still get a C for me. It was? Oh, it was just remade then. Okay, whatever. See then. Opel Astra OPC Extreme or Extreme OPC. I don't know, man. I don't actually know what to think about this car. It's an Astra, but it's like an Astra on coke. It's also the only Opel in the game, that is true. I'm feeling lukewarm B on this thing. Ford GT, the new one. Quite nice because the old one is still in the game, so you have the old one and the new one. And I think they complement each other pretty well. Again, I think one of the cooler cars, if you want to drive something else, I'll still put it into B tier because I don't remember this thing having like obscene amounts of customization. Which I mean, I guess you could say about some of these, but I don't know. I'm changing my opinions on how I rate things here on the fly in case it wasn't obvious. F40, I remember this car had some extra customization. I think out of all the classic cars you guys added, I think this one's definitely the nicest. And I'll put it into A. I don't see why not. Quite nice. This particular McLaren, I think it was the 670S, wasn't it? Yeah, I know there's Vauxhall, but who cares? McLaren 650S, okay. So minus points immediately because I can't remember the exact number, but that's not anyone's fault but but McLaren's for giving such dumb names to their cars. I think this is a car, when you see it in game, you're like, oh man, that car is nice, but you always forget it exists. I'll put it on to B tier as well, though. The FXXK, I don't think this car has much you can do with it, but it doesn't need much. It's perfect as it is. Also has a really good sound. I'd feel comfortable putting it next to the F40. You were the, what was this thing called? Chrysler? What was it called? ME412? Yeah, ME412. Really nice car. It's probably the only nice car Chrysler has ever produced in their entire lifespan. I like it, but I don't think I like it enough for S tier, man. But you'll still get an A tier from me. So, and now we come to the dank cars, basically. The Java 350Z. What do you want me to say? Did actually get a remaster over version 2. So this car actually has double the polygons. Also just looks more accurate. I mean, dude, come on, man. It's just iconic, man. Like, you could not put this car not into S tier. And the fact that it got reworked makes it even better. You are a truck that I had such a hard time even filling into one of these images. You can see the car is hardly even, or the truck is hardly even on. And I'm gonna be honest, it's probably the most underrated car in the entire mod. I feel like no one used this car and everyone missed out. This car has such funny shit you can do with it in terms of customization. And it's just really funny. It makes you feel it makes you feel extremely powerful driving this car actually. Driving this car feels super powerful. Because he's so much taller than everyone else. I'm not sure how good it is against cops, but dude, this thing is just plain fun. Like, if you have tried this car out in the Pepega Mod, literally boot it up right now and use it. Dude, you get an S tier because you're just so unique. You're just so unique, and you can like change the load and everything. Wild. Also, I think you can still put spoilers on it, so that's how you know the mod is good. I mean, dude, come on, man. The poster child. Obviously, you have to get into S tier, man. The poster child. Most wanted Pepega. Also coming back to ProStreet, so you can still use this car in ProStreet. Yeah, definitive S tier, absolutely. I think it looks so much nicer. Like this thing just looks dank, right? This thing just looks dank, but this in a weird, strange way looks kind of nice. It's hard to explain. But the Java M350Z just looks super dank, right? I'm not sure what it is about this thing. Maybe it's some nostalgia. I don't know. So those are the Wipeout cars. And I say cars because it's actually more than one. Because you can actually change, like if you change the body kit, it actually turns into different kinds of ships, I suppose you could say. The absolute most busted car in the entire mod, and that's what makes this thing so fun. Incredibly busted. Super fun. And the fact that you can basically change it into a different ship makes it even more fun. Definitive S tier. Okay. So here we have the Blacklist. I left out some Blacklist members that just had some stock cars. Like for example the Alpine here. But we start with Black Panthers Vauxhall. Now, remember when I earlier said that this thing was the first car we added? This was the first livery we made. And I think it shows. I would change a few things about the livery nowadays. Like, most importantly, I would probably make the Black Panther logo a bit bigger and have it spread over the entire side here. I mean, it's just a really funny and rised up Vauxhall. I actually think it looks kind of nice. You'll still get an A tier though. Joel Lovsky, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. You are Neville's Clio. I am the monkey. We got monkey mode. So put you into B for banana. I don't know what else you want me to say. Sonic Card, dude. Sonic Card is actually a really fun car. If you actually go into the tuning shop and actually try to see what you can do with it. I think it has some of the most creative customization, in my opinion. First of all, you can change the driver from Sonic to just the regular Most Wanted driver, and then he is like kind of like crouching in this thing. If you go to the roof scoops, it will actually put a roof scoop on the hood. I think this car has some of the most creative customization. Also, rim customization looks super funny on this thing. Dude, I'll give this an S tier. I think purely because of how creative we've gotten with this thing. Deserves S. You are Jimmy's M3. What am I talking about? Not M3. MX-5. I actually think you're a bit of a disgrace. Yeah, I'll put you below. I think I would rather drive the stock MX-5 than this thing. Mazda M3. Alpine 05's S3. Looks pretty clean, looks pretty nice, but I still feel a lukewarm B tier. Maybe I would put this above the regular one, for sure. Yeah, Alpine was a hard livery to make for, I absolutely get it. I think he definitely made it look nice, for sure. I'm not even sure what he went off. I think he just did something completely creative. Slaps car. Well, where did I put the yes, your livery and stuff doesn't do much to sway me from C tier. Ah, it's the Audi Sport colors. True. That's actually pretty clever. I never noticed that. Oh boy. Shiny's Skyline. Take a car that I thought was pretty neat and now you make it dank. Does that put you above or below? Where did I even put the regular Skyline? Right here. I mean, I'd probably put it in the same level. Shinyot. Also decent. Okay. I'll have to change something up. Okay. So the regular Trainer, I would probably put that back into A, but the Trainer from Takumi gets an S because of iconicness. I think that's something I'm more comfortable with. Especially because I think this is the American one and this is actually the Japanese one. So one playthrough LPN made the car look like that. Oh, cool. So where are we at? Ryan Cooper's 246. Wow, much improved. Where did I put the regular 246? I think I put it into B tier. And where is it? I even put it into C. Yeah, that makes sense. This thing is such an upgrade. You know why I give this an A? Because you gotta appreciate cars that just by looking at them you can tell where they're from. Like you can just look at this car and you're like, yep, ProStreet. And that's cool. That's awesome. A for awesome. Okay, so much for saying the only open wheeler to the Trackmania car. No, we have the Ferrari car. This thing is wild. I kind of like it. Cake Cube Live, thanks for the follow. I kind of like it. You can't do much with it in terms of customization, at least as far as I remember. But you don't need to, man. This car is just wild to drive something like this in a in a Need for Speed game. Yeah, honestly, I'm tempted to put it into S because it's so unique as well. But I don't think it's quite there. Close to S. S for spin. Well, you have me there. You got me there. Yeah, it's a B, yeah, because it's Jimmy's. The regular one is at A. So this is the Kuru Golf. It's basically a regular Golf with a M3 livery, M3 tires, and M3 spoiler. And some other adjustments on, like, let's say the badges. Can I openly say that this car looks genuinely good? Like, if... Raptor, thanks for the follow. I'm gonna have to be honest. This car looks pretty nice. All things considered. If you ignore where the livery is from, and if you ignore where the parts are from, it looks pretty nice. So here come the bonus cars. And this is one I'm kind of sad that it doesn't actually appear in the Korea, and this is just kind of like a challenge series / quick play exclusive, because this thing I feel like it's just really nice. Very underrated car. Kitano, probably one of the best burnout cars. Just enjoy your S tier, man. Go ahead. Same for you. You are absolutely insane. If you've ever reached far enough into the challenge series to drive this thing, I think it was the Red Bull X 2010. What was it called? Or 2014? I don't actually remember. Broken. It's not as broken as the Wipeout car, but it's getting super close. Super fun. You're the Furai. I'm also upset about you didn't actually make it to the base game because you didn't have enough customization and stuff. Also very fun. I don't think as fun as the others. Also, Edel, I don't necessarily like your livery. Sorry, bud. Actually, I think I like the livery, but you chose one of the worst colors. Like, when I gave you alternative colors, you chose the worst one. You had purple, you had blue, you had green. All these look nice. Anyway. So, Woha's RX-7. Can you give us the full pic? Full pic of what? Those are just small pictures compressed down. But I can give you the tier list later on. The Furai? Yeah, I don't have it right now. So I like the livery. I don't like the body kit. Therefore, you will be a comfortable B tier car. Actually, I think I just barely made it to A tier. And this is King Jack's ME412. I feel like it could have used some color, but I think it's still nice. So yeah, pretty much just sitting right next to the regular ME412. Cyphers R8. I'm gonna be honest, super sick livery. If you actually extended the, or at least I wish you would have like actually went with the entire thing. Like the car basically is like split. You know, you have this like really cool design here with like the purple and pinks. And then you have these like black and white stuff. I feel like you should have like gone all the way. Either way, really cool looking car. And in my humble opinion, probably the best looking car out of the dev cars. Well, if it wasn't for mine, of course. I mean, I would feel bad putting this anywhere else because Nuki actually drew it for me. Like, this is actually drawn. Anyways, Unpunished RSX. This thing looks wild. This thing looks like a show car. I'm curious why you didn't make it green but purple. But you know, you do you. Enjoy the idea. Javi's car, I think, deserves at least 80 because it actually has like emotes on it. It's basically the memeiest livery. You know what? I'd say. I'm gonna have to be mean to you, put you into B. I don't think that the Twitch emotes save you this time. Oh man, dude, the fucking coffin, man. I completely forgot about this thing. Dude, this thing is also S because it's just so fucking funny. This thing is just hilarious. Generally, I love anything that isn't a car. The Pepega Mod, as you could probably tell. Like, you have all of these special, weird, unique things here. Anything that hardly even classifies as a car is an instant S tier for me, man. It's just so weird, man. Also, nitrous comes out of his butt. If that doesn't scream S tier, I don't know what does. So here's the Mini, man. I think the tires look a bit weird, but whatever. I mean, also like S tier just for the idea, man. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, the dude is sitting on top of the car on a DX racer chair, like... Doesn't get more wild than that, man. Seriously. Also, the thing is really fast. The pace car, the almighty pace car. Where did I put this regular Skyline? B. Okay, you know what? You get an S tier too, because you actually have working cop lights. First of all, I think genuinely, like all memes aside, I think the livery looks fantastic. Or just generally the car looks fantastic. But it also has these working lights, which I think just gives it that little bit more that it needed for S tier. Super cool. Scooter. I mean, literally just what I said. You know, like anything that is just so fucking wild and hardly even classifies as a car. It's just S tier, man. It's just instant S tier, man. And the scooter is definitely one of them. I mean, it's a Pepe, man. On a scooter. Like, what else do you want me to say? Of course it deserves S tier. This thing can also go brutally fast. Also two-wheeler. I mean, like, what the fuck? And last, but not least, we've reached the tank, which I don't actually remember much. But I mean, as I've said, like anything that isn't a car qualifies for S tier. It's a tank, man. You can drive a tank in Most Wanted. Like, what else could you want? It is wild. S plus if you could actually shoot projectiles, but I think that would be... Then you would need to make this mod for San Andreas. Well, actually, San Andreas already has, like, tanks, but anyways. Yeah, this is the definitive Pepega Mod Cars tier list. I'm not even sure where the fuck I went with this. To any developer that is still watching this monstrosity, please don't take this seriously. I was just having fun with this. But it was interesting, Only 2 cards in D tier. Highest amount of S tiers in percent. Yeah, quite a few in S and A tier, man. Estelar and Fiat and C. I mean, you can make your own tier list and I can disagree with it then, you know. Alright, also just like looking at this, I'm like actually amazed how many cars there are actually in the Pepega Mod. Like how many cars the Pepega Mod adds. Like just seeing this is like holy shit. And I think I still missed a couple. Like the B Smarts, for example, because they only appear in that one challenge series event. Oh, Slap this. Oh, so Slap designed this car. Yeah, I mean, of course he did. Yeah, I think like the livery itself looks nice. I think he just picked the wrong colors. I think the contrast is just way too low, and it's just, I guess, drab. I mean, who cares? There's only the Pepega Mod cars, none of the Most Wanted base game cars, because you designed it, but Slap picked the color. Yeah, it shows. It shows. As I was saying, I like the design, I don't like the colors. That's why you sit in C tier. Was it for better colors? It could have probably been B. But that's just how it is, man. Yeah, I'm not sure where I was going with this tier list, but I'm glad I did it. If you want the tier list, I'm gonna post it in chat, and then you can do your own one. And post it on, well, either the Pepega Mod Discord if you want to, or my own Discord. Whatever you like. Whatever you like. Either way, that was fun. Just, you know, because usually my tier lists end up, or, you know, usually involve a lot of arguing with chat. And like actually analyzing this dissecting things and just like doing a tier list that is just like whatever. Quite a lot of fun. Anyways.